Yes.
What's up? What's up? Listen. Happy April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day. And welcome to this week's episode of Everyday People, Everyday Conversations. I am one of your co-hosts, Tiffany D. Collins.
And I'm your girl, Tiffany Tifco Joseph, and I'll be dropping nuggets tonight.
I'm your co-host, Anika Roseborough, better known as
Nika Rico.
Yes, indeed. Just love it. Hey, what up, peeps? This is boy Vashawn holding it down for the men and all the bros out there.
All right.
Please tune in to the end of the show and chime in on our main topic.
Yes, indeed. Also, go on to Facebook, like, share our page, Epic. It's Everyday People, Everyday Conversation on Facebook. And on YouTube. You can pull up Epic Talk Show to pull up previous shows. Also, you can Google us, hashtag Epic Talk Show. That's EPEC Talk Show.
And then y'all can just mosey on over to Instagram and go to Epic Podcast and keep following us there. So it's no excuses, baby. You can follow us everywhere.
That's right.
On all media platforms. We here to stay, guys.
We ain't going nowhere, honey. We ain't going nowhere.
Well, this is what I want to tell everybody also today. Y'all will be happy to know that your girl and your guy here, we all been nominated for Top Talk Show and Podcast.
And Top Media Outlet, guys.
Yes.
So this is what we need y'all to do.
Absolutely.
I know y'all been following all of our pages because, baby, we hot like that. Go to every one of our pages and look at that link that we shared. We need y'all to manually go and put that link on Google and go and vote us in those two categories, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Top Media Outlet and Top Talk Show, okay? Vote us, baby, because y'all know we top. Y'all know we top.
And
y'all
what we're going to do
this.
also, we're going to put it in the comments, the BEA Award, Houston Black Excellence Award will be in Houston this June.
That's
and we'll
right.
be in the building. So if y'all want to come and be a part of our entourage, contact us and we'll let you know how to do that.
Yes.
But most of all, vote for us so that we can win.
Yes, honey, because y'all know we bring y'all the hot stuff. We bring y'all all the shenanigans.
Laughter, fun,
Every
everything.
Monday, honey,
Everything.
without failure. Baby, we bring it. So y'all know we bring it. So we need y'all to bring us that same love in return. All right? All right. So let's get on to our first hot topic of the evening. First of all, we want to hear from y'all in the comments. How was everybody Easter, y'all? How was y'all's Easter? Let me tell you how my Easter went. I went to church.
Mm-hmm.
I worked with the kiddos. They did a nice little skit. And then, baby, I went and I got full with my family.
Ooh,
we had some good old food.
Ooh,
yes,
that
honey.
sounds good.
What y'all do for you?
Well, let me tell you what I did.
Okay.
I went to New Orleans.
Come on.
Nolans. I went to Nolans
All right,
for the
Nolans.
Easter weekend.
What
That's
you
right.
Good. That's some good eating.
Well, I did eat at Willie's.
Come on,
Willie's.
Okay.
And we also ate at a place called Copeland's.
Okay.
And we also, when we first got there, we ate at Applebee's.
Now, Copeland's, they had a Copeland's here in Houston at one point. It was very, very popular. I didn't know why it didn't go well. It was a hot spot. I think Bubba, one of the ex-football players, used to run the place. It was really nice and beautiful here. But Copeland's had really good food, especially they pastas and
they have
that.
a lot of pastas,
Mhm.
that you can choose from.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I had a great time. We traveled back Easter Day. So we got back about 3:00.
Come on.
So Easter for me, it was pretty good. But let me tell you something. I went to church at the Fountain of Praise.
Come on, Fountain.
This is my first time going back to a church service since the pandemic, other than a funeral.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it was so good to see my pastor and Nia Wright, Remus Wright up in the building. Church was phenomenal. I was with my children, with my grandchildren, even though they kept asking me how did Jesus die, why they killed him. So I said that just give me more reason to have these children in church so they can understand.
They can right.
What happened and why was we having communion and all that. They want to know. So directly after that, I stopped and grabbed some food, went home, and immediately started cooking. But one thing I won't do again, y'all, and that's this: fried chicken on a holiday. Baby, I had chicken grease all over me, flour all in my hair and eyelashes.
But
it was something else.
That chicken
was good. That chicken was delicious, but baby, that is
Put
too much work.
Put everything in that chicken.
Then I had the audacity, y'all, to cut up and cook some candy yams. You all know to cut yams.
Woo, y'all, she said
I had
candy
me some
yams.
Let me tell you. Baby, that was so good, baby. My grandma put her pinky toe in them yams.
Oh my
okay?
God.
Mine were good too.
Hey, y'all
Okay.
still got some? Y'all still
Yes,
got
I
some
do.
left? Ooh.
Unfortunately, I don't, baby. I ate the rest of mine today.
Yes, indeed.
I ate the rest of mine
And
today.
for lunch.
Yes, yes.
My
Yes.
mouth is watering, y'all. They said
So I had
candy
that
yams.
and macaroni, but though the fish, I mean not the fish, the chicken, the fried chicken, and the yams, that was a booger.
Come on, come on.
But my grandkid was at a swung, and then my neighbor down the street had a bouncy for the kids in her yard, so I took them down there. We just had a wang dang doodle time, small, intimate, but a lot of fun.
Come on.
That's good.
That's a blessing. What about you, Vio?
Oh, my Easter was just laid back, just grilled and chilled around the house.
Oh, you grilled?
You
Yeah,
grilled?
Yeah, I grilled a little
What
bit.
y'all
Oh, look
grill?
at that.
Just burgers, brats, steak.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
You know,
All that beef.
yeah, ate some beans, baked beans.
Uh-huh.
I think we had some macaroni salad or something like that.
Y'all ain't had no potato salad?
No, just
I
macaroni
had mashed
salad.
potatoes, but we ain't had no potato salad.
That's
But
what I should have had some mashed potatoes. I mean some potato salad.
Yes.
I just
But
didn't get around to that.
yes, that is awesome. So we have somebody in the comments. Thank you, Miss Amber Perkins, for chiming in. So she said she went to sunrise service, family lunch, and 3 Easter egg hunts and dinner with a friend. Could not have been a much better
Easter
day.
egg
That's
Amen.
great.
Yeah,
That's
great.
I missed those Easter egg hunts.
Now, let me
Yeah.
tell y'all something. They had a huge Easter egg hunt at our church.
Mhm.
And inside the little eggs, they had little crosses, necklaces, and stuff like that. They
Oh,
gave
that's
kids and
nice.
stuff
Now that's
like that.
cute.
That was great to combining the two.
Yes.
And I like that. But y'all, y'all chime in and y'all tell me, Easter have not been the same since they closed Payless down.
Let me tell you.
Oh, I used to love them cute Payless shoes.
Baby.
Easter shoes and Payless.
Yeah, that was like a family outing to go to
That
Payless.
was to me.
That's
I
where you got
don't.
your white
man.
shoes from.
Boy.
Pad leather.
Come
Tic
on,
Tac
come on,
shoes.
come on, come on.
They
Let me
be
tell
guilty
y'all.
at the end of the day, don't
Yes, but that was the best thing. Like I used to look forward to them Payless shoes.
Me too.
Payless,
Oh,
baby, you
man.
didn't have to go out of business. You would have stayed in business. If you only got business that one time a year, you could have survived.
they? That's
Yeah.
right.
You could have survived. Payless. Come on back.
Absolutely. Come on back, Payless.
Oh,
Easter just
man.
ain't been the same without you.
Yes.
Where we gonna get our white pad leather shoes
I
for our
know.
kids?
For a good price, because like all these other stores, even though they may charge a little more, that quality ain't really no better.
Exactly.
No,
That
it
quality
It
ain't
no
nothing,
better.
baby. I'll do Payless in a minute. Do you
Me
hear
too.
Cause
I
you can
miss
get the
that
little
store.
purse and the
I
stockings
used to work at
and the
Payless.
earrings, everything. You can get it all,
Yeah.
and they go up to size 13 for the Bigfoot girls.
me? You don't want on 13.
I wear 12.
Really?
Yes, I do.
For real?
I wear a size 12. Honey.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Oh, it came out loud. I'm sorry.
Wait, so Amber Perkins says Levi says our drinks on the end is from a movie. Oh, okay. Awesome.
So, how did y'all enjoy y'all weekend? Did y'all do a lot of cooking? Did y'all eat or what?
So on Saturday, I'm a part of another ministry that's called Women of Greatness. On Saturday, we went to Wesley Square Apartments over there in the Sunnyside area, and we hosted an Easter egg hunt. It was such a blessing. Over 120 kids showed up.
Oh, wow.
And, not only did we do Easter egg hunts, no, we actually held sessions where we told them the true meaning of Easter.
Okay.
So it's like, so we gave them the biblical version, and then we let kids have fun, because I'm a firm believer. I know a lot of people like to, not do the fun festivities because they feel like, okay, that's too worldly or whatnot, but it's very important to allow these kids to be kids. And to me, it's on us as parents and adults or guardians over these children to allow them to have fun and still tell them the truth.
Absolutely.
Like, you don't have to take out the fun. No, just tell them the truth. That's just like Christmas. Okay, you get these gifts, but mommy, daddy bought these gifts. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get you some gifts. I'm not gonna let you not have a Christmas. So I'm gonna let you do Easter egg hunt,
But you're
but
gonna
you're gonna know that Jesus died
reason for the season.
and he rose again. But I'm gonna let you have your fun. So that's on us as the adults to teach these kids the right way.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But my grandkids, they went to a couple Easter egg hunts, and they had a really, really good time. And these kids don't really get to do nothing physical because they always stuck in front of their phones and stuff.
Yeah.
So
TikTok it.
the Easter egg hunt was a good reason to get physical.
Yeah.
Be out there and get physical.
And the weather was nice.
The weather was beautiful this weekend.
Yeah.
All weekend it was.
Wasn't
Yeah.
it? Wasn't it?
So hey, do y'all remember
But
those?
what about those U of H? What happened?
Y'all, I was about to say, y'all remember those Easter speeches? Y'all had to do Easter speeches.
Yes.
Well, you know, I used to dread that.
Why?
I just didn't want to get in. Look, I'm an actor
And
now,
now you're
but I just didn't want to get in.
acting now.
I know, right?
Exactly.
I didn't want to get in front of people and say the speech. My mom used to make me do that every year.
Now, and
I love doing that.
I did too. But you know what was bad when you super big and tall and they gave you something like 2 or 3 words to like Jesus wept.
Yeah.
Now you're too old to be saying that.
Yeah, give me something because they know you ain't gonna remember.
That is
Oh,
hilarious.
yeah.
They gave all the bad kids real short Easter speeches. You know.
Oh, that's funny.
That is so funny.
That is so funny. Hey,
Yeah.
Sharonda has chimed in. Hey,
Hey, Blue.
Hey,
Yes,
Sharonda.
How you doing? Don't
yes.
forget to vote for us, Blue Diamond. She said she's watching the NCAA basketball game. Well, you can watch that and talk to us at the same time. But don't forget to vote for us. We have been nominated for best podcast talk show and
top media outlet.
Yes,
at
indeed.
the Houston Black Excellence Award. So
Yes.
follow up with us so that we can do it. Hey, Reverend Lee, Pastor Michael Lee is online.
Hey, Pastor.
And
Hey.
Sister Susan Richardson said, "Hello, everyone. Brats
Hey,
are
hey,
delicious."
Susan.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss
All right.
Owens. We see Miss Owens up in there. She say
Miss
Dio
Owens.
grill salmon too. Come on.
Oh, yeah, I
Let's
forgot
go,
about
Dio.
that.
let me find out you've been cooking and drilling
Yeah.
and inviting us over for dinner.
You know,
wow.
borderline Jack Tripper. You know.
Oh, yeah, invited
I
us
used
over
to
for
love that
dinner.
Jack Tripper.
Oh, man.
So y'all, we started off this podcast today with something really nice because we really was concerned about y'all Easter. We glad that we got a lot of good reports that everything was fine and was great for Easter Sunday. We hope that y'all continue that love and that family and the friends fellowshipping along through the year. But we have a very, very, very tough topic to talk about, but we must talk about it. And today, along with 2 other hot topics, our main topic will be molestation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no longer a secret.
And it's no longer a secret.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to start off with, as I look at a lot of reports, I don't have any statistics. Do you have any statistics on how many kids, you know,
As far as you talking about
in the
our
world?
hot topic?
No, how many?
No,
You don't have that. But
I
that's
don't.
fine.
I don't have that. Nah.
So what we're gonna talk about is when you look at people at our age now, we are all a product of our past,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes we judge people on the things they can do,
Mm.
because a lot of times when a girl is molested,
Mm-hmm.
she either turn gay or be real promiscuous, or so much comes from that.
Mm-hmm.
And we see that outer part of them, but we don't go back to look at their backstories to see why. And then on and with little boys too. And it's a myth that little girls don't want to be molested, but boys are too.
Boys too.
So
yeah.
we have to watch our little boys just like we watching our little girls.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times when people molested, it's by somebody close to them in the
Mhm.
family.
Yeah.
Close to them, somebody that you never would believe, because this molestation thing starts mentally for the person who's molesting them,
Mm-hmm.
and they role play this and replay this till the right time comes. And as much as we sit down and talk to our kids about telling us, for some reason they still keep this secret. They
Yeah.
keep the secret. This same old ugly lie that the enemy has embedded out here. Well, I'm gonna hurt your family. I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Now, sometimes people will those, but a lot of kids are being tricked with that same little thing. I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna hurt your kids. You're gonna mess up the family. They're not gonna believe you and stuff like that. So we got to talk about this, y'all. Making this a household conversation is an ugly topic. I know we love our loved ones. We love our cousins. We love our family and our close friends. But most likely, that's who are the predators.
Yeah. And we actually have a comment here. Shonda Washington says, actually, boys more than girls.
Mhm.
Oh.
'Cause I know we were talking about, when girls but shoes. A lot of boys
Yeah.
be going through the same
Yeah,
thing,
'cause-
and then they turn around and be
Yeah, but
You know,
how
they
do
are
they,
ashamed-
they're
how do they
ashamed.
tell?
It's because most boys are ashamed to admit that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
because it takes their manhood, their masculinity.
So
yeah, so they that's probably the main reason they keep it bottled in.
Yeah.
They don't tell
Right.
anybody.
And then you meet this disturbed person throughout their life. But so how many people that public figures coming out talking about when they were young, this happened, that happened, some of the most heinous things that's happened to people, and they have to learn to cope with it, deal with it, and move on. And so do y'all know anybody or that's been molested? Or
I don't know anybody, but you know, I've heard things, but it amazes me because like when we all grew up, those things was happening, and like for myself, we never like I'm just gonna speak for myself. I never knew what was going on as a child, but as you get older, you start to hear things and see things. You be like, "Ooh,
you start making
that was going on back then."
So that's why they do that. That's why they act like that.
Yeah.
I actually know of a person who experienced that through a family member, and to this day, you know, that family member has passed on, and they were never actually able to get any type of peace or any type of reconciliation about that. So now this person is still dealing with that and has yet to go to counseling and has yet to try to cope with it in a healthy manner. So in turn, it's like everybody is out to get them. You know, because that's what they experienced. They became very overly protective over their children, and everything. And to me, it's like when that type of stuff happened in today's age now, that's not to negate anything in the past, but in 2024, it's way too many outlets, it's way too many resources like counseling, like it's too many things, it's too many ways for you to get help versus maybe 40 years ago.
So what do you all think some of the warning signs would be for a person experiencing molestation?
Kid or adult? Oh, that's a kid. Well, withdrawn.
Either
being
or.
Withdrawn.
Changes in the behavior.
Yeah,
you know,
behavior
you gotta
changes.
It's on you as parents to pay attention to your children and how they act.
Physical signs.
Eating, not eating.
Right,
or eating too much. Sleeping.
Yeah.
Avoid being in a room with a particular person.
Yeah. At school, you know, they either not excelling, you know, in school, they, you know, having a hard time concentrating, wet in the bed. Is one of the things that signs that something is seriously going on with that child. You need to pay attention, and you know, and it's just it's just so hard to think that you could be whooping your child because they wet in the bed, but they wet in their bed because
of what's going on,
in their life.
And some of them have emotional outbursts too.
Yeah.
Mood swings, anger, aggression.
Baby, let me tell y'all something. When I was little, like me and my mama, we would randomly be just like taking a car ride somewhere. And it used to annoy me when she would do it back then, but now it's like I absolutely understand why. But she would out of nowhere be like, so has anybody ever touched you down there? You know, you can talk to me or something. Like she would always ask me those kind of questions. And I'm like, Mama, no, why are you asking me that? Like, stop asking me that.
My daughter would get upset too.
Yeah, but she was like, no, has anybody ever touched you down there? Are you lying to me? Like she would always like, at least maybe like once or twice a month, she would just randomly ask me that.
Yeah, me too.
And so it's very important to have those open conversations with your children.
That's definitely right, because I used to ask my daughter that once a week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, once a week I asked her that.
I bet she like, can you leave me alone?
Yeah,
no.
I got it on nerve, but yeah.
And then it's just proper protocol too for little girls and little boys.
Yeah.
You know, when you have company from out of town, you don't want to be so mean and overprotective of your kids when you have company. But little girls, when I was in my age group, we didn't sit in men's lap.
That's what I was
under no circumstances.
Yeah.
They couldn't play horsey with the leg, none of that. My grandparents, that was out. I mean, out. You don't even think about it. And then when you get up in the morning, as a little girl, and the men was in the house, you had to immediately get dressed.
You ain't walking around with no panties and bra. Oh no, you gonna put on some clothes. Yeah, yeah.
You know, so there's a certain things that, you know, people, but you know, it's like people have real true sicknesses in their head, and they are, you know, they just, this stuff just turns them on. They really think that this person likes them or wants them, or you know, whatever little fetishes that they may have. And I'm here to tell you that whatever your issue is, whatever have you bound, that God can bring you out too as a predator. You don't have to act on all of your feelings and thoughts.
No.
because we all have bad thoughts of one, maybe want to kill somebody, want to fight somebody, whatever, but we can't act on our thought. Predator, you can't act on your thoughts. Get you some therapy.
Get some help.
Get you
there's
some
a lot
therapy.
of resources out there.
Right.
Some of these predators have homes with families and children and be out raping other people's kids.
Yeah.
The wife and her family never knew it until they got caught.
Yeah.
You don't have to act on every thought and feeling and lust for thought. You got to condemn those thoughts and send them back where they come from, and that's hell. You have to think about the person, the victim. They have to live with, and you thinking, this is just one act, but these people got to live with this for the rest of their life.
Yeah. Right. We got a few comments here because that we kind of missed. So good evening, Miss Montgomery, Miss Deborah Montgomery. And so Miss Owen said, what's said is the kids in foster care are some of the ones who get it the worst. Yes, indeed. That's true. Then Shonda Washington said, asking the parents, please don't leave them with someone. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And you thinking they just don't want to stay behind.
Right. But for a reason.
Yeah,
they
don't want
to
stay.
So we need to listen.
Right.
That's the best telltale sign right there.
Yeah.
Sharonda Brown says, my mom would ask me that every now and then. And I used to get so upset because my mom would not let me go to sleep. She would not let me go to sleepovers, even on my own block. As I grew up, I realized why, and I appreciate it. Yeah, because
you don't know what's going on in people's houses, and these children's houses. It's be the guests and the people you letting Uncle Pookie and all that, the siblings, the brothers of the kids, and then you don't tell because you don't want to not be able to go again.
Yeah.
So you hold.
And like my mama, my mama. It's like she was strict, but she wasn't strict. Like, in order for me to stay at somebody's house, she had to actually go in their house. She had to see how you was living. Yeah. She had to see who was there. She had to see where I was going to be sleeping. Yeah. She had to check it out. She just didn't blindly let me go. She had to talk to the mama, get to know the mama. Oh, she ain't no blindly just leaving me with somebody. No, I'm going to get to know their mama. I'm going to check out what their house look like.
Do you have a boyfriend? Is he coming over tonight? Because sometimes people do that.
In a small city like mine, everybody pretty much knew everybody, so we didn't have to do all that. But
oh no, my mama gonna get to know who the mama is. She gonna go in the house and check the house out to see how where I'm gonna be sleeping and see how they living. Oh, she did all that, and if everything didn't check off, I couldn't stay.
And my thing of it is, you have to think of I think a good way to help, have those conversations with the kids is not just is somebody touching you. So you would have to do like role playing, do scenarios like if I were to come to you and say, if you do this for a piece of candy, or what would you do? If somebody tell you don't tell your mama, what reason you wouldn't tell me? Why wouldn't you not tell me?
And it's also, and I guess to prevent that, it's a good idea to have that proactive conversation, like before they get to that point, to where they start, be like, listen, don't you ever let nobody tell you not to tell me something. Like put that in their ears, like early on. If somebody ever tell you not to tell me something, you better tell me.
Yeah.
Like let them know before, like maybe at the age of 3 and 4.
You gotta get them young.
Yeah, even when they 2, because nowadays these kids advanced.
Yeah.
Talk to them at 2.
Girl, they be scrolling at 6 months. The kids be just scrolling their tail off at 6 months.
Talk to them.
Yeah, so I was just thinking more a scenario basic, like this is, have the don't touch zone. You should never feel, if you feel like it was uncomfortable, nobody should never touch you here, there. And if they do it to make you feel confident, then you let somebody know.
Yeah.
We as adults, we know how to handle those things.
And it's normally people, family members that do stuff like that.
Neighbors and friends that you don't, that you really trust. The ones that giving all the candy, giving all the money, bringing shoes and clothes.
Yeah.
Them the ones they baiting them in. Is with eye contacts and stuff like with eye contact and the way they playing with them, but they brushing their hands across their breasts or butt, and and the thing of it is, those things are meant to feel good.
Yeah.
So a child, even though that's a child, certain areas of their bodies, it feels good to them. So you know what I'm saying? So it's not really their fault because that felt good. I'm not saying intercourse, but manipulation and stuff like that. Those kids might have a feeling toward that and look forward for that, and it's molestation because they are being tricked and manipulating their mind to do those certain things. That's very nasty.
So what do you think some long-term effects of molestation on survivors, like psychological and emotionally?
Well, I know somebody now that is bipolar, schizophrenic, and severely depressed.
Oh wow!
Because of being molested, as a child, and they don't trust men, and they can't have relationships with men.
So do you think, so with that being said, because often that is, what you just said, Tiff, often that's the consequences. Like, okay, so basically when you molest a child, you kind of take away their choice of sexuality, because if you a man and you're like being very aggressive to a little girl, they're naturally going to grow up not trusting men. So now they gay, they want to do women because they don't feel comfortable with men. But do you think at any point after they've gotten the help and after they've gotten the deliverance, can that be reversed? Do you think that that's possible to be reversed?
Yeah, all things are possible through Christ who strengthened us. So my thing of it is, if that's if with the right help and God, as and I know you like, well, God, if you was here, why didn't you help me or heal me or whatever? He's bringing, but he's gonna bring you out. So you coming out the fire is pure gold. And the most number one thing is forgiving yourself. Because a lot of times it's guilt and shame that you're dealing with, because you feel responsible. And I'm here to let you know and let you off the hook that you're not. You were a kid and you thought as a kid. The Bible said when I was a kid, I thought as a kid, I spoke as a kid. But when I became adult, I put away those childish things. So if you was expected to think like that, that's why that predator preyed on you and your innocence and you not really knowing. So the thing of it is help and knowing that you're not the only one.
Yeah.
You're not the only one, and you're not a bad person. You're not the only bad person in the world. No, what they got some people be like, well, you wanted that. Her little fast self, whatever. No, don't let nobody put that on you.
Right.
It's not your fault.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You didn't want them to do it. And even if you did, at a certain age, you don't have that choice. That's against the law.
Y'all did touch on a lot of them, but some other ones they can develop PTSD, anxiety and depression, low self-esteem and self-blame, trust issues, which I think y'all discussed that.
Yeah, we hit all of them.
Sexual dysfunction,
right,
and self-harm.
Now, post-stress trauma, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, that's basically because it traumatized you so much you can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah, you have nightmares.
Yeah, and that's caused the wet in the bed, the nightmares, being scared, being, and then some children think that's the only way that they can get peace, or if they just go along with the program. But it causes long-term effect. Eventually, from molestation. So the molestation, it hurts everybody. Because you can watch somebody slowly dying that you love because of something that happened.
Right.
So it ain't no little secret little thing I'm just doing, you predators. Because you might be, you need to be delivered. And you need to, just be delivered.
We have 2 comments here. So Amber Perkins, we don't keep any secrets for any reason. We also read a book, often about safe words, safe space, private and personal space, and must have permission to touch even parents. Absolutely. And then Shonda Washington, I told my baby and nieces, if anyone touch you and it's uncomfortable, even if it's me, tell somebody. But you can always tell me, and you don't have to worry about anyone killing me. Talk about those things that would make them afraid to tell.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And listen, parents, listen, you going back asking the predator or the purpose, did they do this? That's not helping your child. He said no, or he was just playing. Y'all got to really seek this out.
Yeah, with this being so prevalent, and everybody has seen movies about it, and I think we all, even if we just watch the movie, you all know of somebody, whether it's fictional or non-fictional, somebody who's experienced that. You cannot take it for granted or take it lightly what your child tells you. If your child, to me, that old saying, the teacher's always right. In this situation, your child is always right. I don't care if the adult was just playing. Don't play with my child like that.
Right.
Because you may have just been playing, but she or he took it like you meant them harm. So do not touch my child like that. And if so, we gonna have a problem.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And cameras are so cheap.
Yeah.
Cameras are cheap. Put cameras in the living. Put some in the living room, in the den, in the hallway, and you can see who's going in out the room and what's going on. Yeah, you know, they're too cheap. They right at Walmart. Put cameras in y'all damn house.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
And you can watch and see what's going on.
You can be anywhere and just tap in.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to ask the predator.
Right.
You just go beat his ass.
Yeah. Because I mean, no, in this situation, your child is always right. If your child feels uncomfortable, take that seriously. I don't care if they were playing. You take it seriously.
And and Eleanor Griggs Jones said the child is always right until it's proven they're wrong. They're not.
Exactly. And you hear a lot of stuff about this. Well, maybe rape in schools with the teachers
in college and in high school
coming on to these students, and they probably scared to say anything because they're scared they're gonna fail.
And then too, I'm a firm believer, like, you know, I know a lot of siblings, you know, they grow up close and everything. And let's say, you know, you have a brother and a sister and they are like very close. They may be maybe a year or two apart. And so when they little, you may want to, you know, put them in the bed together. After a certain age, you need to make sure they have their own room.
They don't need to be taking
especially
baths together.
Ain't no baths. Once one of them hit puberty, separate ways. I'm sorry, like your child, your
and
brother,
even not then. They, you know, so they curious because they're curious to know why that's different from me.
Yeah,
and they know a lot anyway, especially with internet. They watching, they seeing, they know more than what you thought anyway. And then when we say, you know, to proving that the child is not, but we can't go in. You know, you can coerce a kid to think in any kind of way. So you still got to watch when you interrogate them. You know, you got to interrogate them with a certain amount of experience.
And watch their body language.
If you up there telling them now, if you lying, I'm gonna beat your butt, and then you still going on and making them seem like they lying, then they're like, well, no, and then you got to kind of help them and work with them. CPS gonna get to the bottom, and they gonna, so my thing is, I don't know about everybody's interrogation skills.
It's like you don't want to, because they're already scared from one angle, so you don't want to put that fear in them. You always want to be that safe space. Be that safe space, but I guess you kind of got to be a little strategic on how you approach it. But make sure whatever way you approach it, you're making them feel safe. You're making them feel safe and knowing, okay, don't worry about this. Mommy or daddy got you.
Mama gonna love you regardless.
Yes. Yes.
You can't chastise without love. You got to first show love, then chastise or whatever. So with that said, God, we just hope and we pray that we protect our homes, protect our little girls and our little boys, because there's so many adults in this world are in bad shapes. And hurt people.
That's true.
So that cycle just gonna keep on and on and on, and unless we combat it. I know women, you don't want to leave a good man or whatever. He might be a good provider, but he hurt your kids.
If he doing that, he not good. And my thing is too,
and let him go.
My thing is why, because I know a lot of that happens. So why are you in a predicament to where you're that dependent on a man to where you would sacrifice your child being hurt because you need security and because you need a provider? Why are you not financially secure enough to where whether he walk away or not, you got you and your kids? Let's peel it back even further. Like, no, you should have yourself in a position to where whether he's there or not, you and your kids gonna be good. Or have a village, like we talked about last week.
Village.
Have your village. Like, your husband shouldn't be your only, or your boyfriend should not be your only village. So that's why, again, it's important to have a village.
And also know that kids don't stay kids forever.
Yeah.
So you may not have a problem with their kid, but you might not get in the wash, but you're gonna get in the rinse. So when they get big, it's gonna be hell in that house, hell everywhere, hell all around the child going through what they're going through. You don't have to deal with it regardless. Either you're gonna deal with it right then or deal with it later. But you're going to deal with it.
Because I'm telling you, like that scenario that I gave y'all a few minutes ago, like I know somebody who dealt with that and they like their mother has since passed on and the person who did it to them has since passed on. So now they have no type of closure to anything. And now they grew up, being overbearing over their children because they don't feel like their mother protected them enough against the person that came after them. So it's you just keep on going on and on and on with these cycles, and it's like, come on, Come on.
You know, and with that being said, the parents believe your kids.
That's what they said right here.
Yeah, because kids have feelings.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, contrary to popular demand, because most parents be like, shut up, leave, going back to I'm gonna tell you how you feel. Kids have feelings. Listen to your kids. Because one thing a kid won't do is lie. Oh yeah, they're gonna tell the truth. Even if it's the truth hurts, they're gonna tell it.
They're gonna tell it.
Yeah.
That's what
that's what Susan Richardson said. She said, yes, it's true, because you can tell your mom and he can tell her you lying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so Eleanor, she's a police. She said, I've worked those cases where the child didn't tell anyone because of fear of disrupting their home. As they get older, they got bolder, then it was revealed. So that's what I was going to say. Get it in the wash, you're going to get in the rinse. At some point, either their size going to catch up to their anger or their abuse. And they'll be able to address it themselves.
Yeah. And then you don't want to be in a predicament too, where if you don't properly address it, your child grow up resenting you.
Right.
Your child be like, you know what? I told you this over and over and over again. You didn't believe me. So now your child is grown and you don't have a relationship with your child because now your child don't feel like you protected them.
Yeah.
And the predator gone.
Yeah,
the predator gone. But now
to some other family.
Yeah. Or they could have died or something. So and you never got closure with that. But your child grew up believing that their mama or their daddy didn't protect them from this monster, and now they hate you because you ain't listen.
We got some
because people don't like to sacrifice for their children. Some people just feel like, I got you here. Maybe I had you at a young age, and it's like I'm just dedicating my life to you, and I can't find no happiness. That just like the play I wrote, A Mother's Plea. That's why Tina didn't like her son, because he felt like he was just like a thorn in her ass. Excuse me. But my thorn in her butt since the day he was born.
Right.
Until he realized the truth that he had been manipulated and he was done really, really bad. And don't take all that. It don't take all that. Our children are people. It's called a circle of life. The same thing you do for them or what they're gonna have to do for you in later life. Because as an adult, we turn back to our child state.
We do.
So if we take care of our children good, then in return they'll take care of us good.
And if they don't feel like you have their best interest, or they feel like you put, your man or your woman before them, okay.
They're not gonna take care of you.
It's kind of like, and I'm not saying, because again, like Tip said, a few minutes back, okay, through God, anything is possible. So no, deliverance can happen, and you can actually forgive. But it's just like, okay, in most cases, you got to go through some type of trial with that. It ain't just gonna happen overnight. Like, no. I remember I told you that this happened and you didn't protect me. So yeah, I may forgive you eventually, but you got to feel that sting for a minute. Because now
some people never forgive you.
Yeah. And my innocence was taken, he hurt me and all of that, but I told you and you chose to take his word over mine.
And just because your kids is playing and progressing and moving on with life, it don't mean that they have some type of mental block. And PTSD, this is just that. When you have PTSD, you're stuck at that point, at that age, and at that time.
Yeah.
And all people want to do is sleep at night or have peace at night and not have this thing tormenting them. So they'll do anything, and that's when drugs come in. Self-medicating.
Cope with it.
Yeah.
Coping and self-medicating. So you just open up a big can of worms. So the thing of it is, love. Let's stay vigilant. Let's work our home, our children. Or that God gave us these children for us. For a reason,
right?
For us to take care of them. God, we love our mothers, we love everybody, but God gave us these children to care for, not the other way around. It's us care for them.
Yeah.
So let's do that for our children. Let's combat molestation, and get help. Talk to somebody.
So how can we better educate kids, children and adults, on preventing and in the awareness of molestation?
I feel like some of these people, some of the adults who have already gone through that, and instead of taking a negative turn, they can make it positive and maybe kind of like give back to the community, like hold a seminar, hold a class, tell them about your experience and how they can possibly avoid going through what they went through. I feel like, sometimes when we go through stuff, we want to help protect the upcoming generation. So, because I went through that, I don't want you to go through that. So I'm going to tell you how to prevent that. So I think if more people would take that route, more healing could take place. Because if you pouring into this upcoming generation, that heals you too.
And start early is one, like you said, your mom would ask you, did you good? Ain't nobody touch you down there? Did you know, just start early?
Yeah.
And use age appropriate language and you know, different materials. I think you mentioned that. And what about like sex education?
Yeah,
I didn't have sex education when I was in school.
Then they have stuff in church. Now they have in Sunday school where they teach about the no touch zone.
Oh, okay,
that's good.
That's good.
And so I have been really compelled to on Sundays. I told you about it, to teach kids about God and things like that, because a lot of children don't go to church like we did.
Right.
And that was in a black family. You had to go, even if your parents
you was forced to go.
Baby, they had a church bus. I don't gotta go. You gonna go if I don't go.
Yeah,
baby, that church van.
Yeah.
But didn't they keep y'all during the time?
Baby, listen, that was the best time. Yes. I was in church every day. I had usher board meeting Monday. We had choir rehearsal Tuesday, Bible study Wednesday, skip Thursday. We had drill team rehearsal Friday.
But I bet you by 5 you know every book of the Bible.
Yes, I did.
Remember that good fun game we used to go to the Bible? What is that Bible race? With like Genesis 3 and 1, and you get it, you got to step up and you
gotta do a little step to it. Yeah.
No, we had to read it, and then you
read it. Yeah.
Oh no, see in drill team we had to do like a little step to go with it.
I always wanted to be in drill team, but we didn't have it. My grandma always went to them little hoopty churches.
Oh, that's funny.
Man, that's too
funny. I
said, why we always gotta go to
y'all that we have not addressed here. They're like lengthy here. So I'll do my best to read them really fast. Without going into, this is Amber Perkins, without going into any detail or anything, I was one of those children, for what you say, for many years, and it definitely has done a number on me. However, I have learned and healed a lot, and I will also say, if anything ever happens to my child, or I think it did, he ever cries out, I can guarantee you my first call will be the police department, because if not, I'll be in prison. Let's just say that. I know that's right. And then we have Shonda Washington. There are adults who are still being molested. Their father or mother started when they were a child, and they are young adults they are still having sex with them. Last year in the news, a son and a mother had a child. My God.
That's true.
Oh, whoa.
That's in Revelation right there, baby.
We got Myrtle Ford here. My mother raised girls, and believe me, she had that talk, and she kept close range with us unless we was at school. Listen to your children and believe what they say. And Lanisha McAfee, I'm going through this she's gone through this at age 10. And then LaKenya, I was blessed to have a strong woman around me when I was young. Okay. Yes, thank y'all so much for y'all input, y'all, because all of these comments are very helpful. They're very educational. And yes, thank y'all for everything.
And hey, Aunt Myrtle. Hey, that's my dad's sister.
Hey, Myrtle.
Come on,
Auntie. How you doing?
And my thing of it is, you can be a good parent, a strong parent, and everything else, but you still can't protect your kids because you're not with them 24 hours a day. So they don't take nothing from you, you know, because sometimes kids are real good at hiding those signs because they're afraid. They don't want to tell you, because you might say something like, I'm going to kill them if anybody touch you. But then they're afraid you're going to prison and going away from them the rest of their life. Right. So sometimes they don't want to tell you to protect you. You'll be surprised what children do and what sacrifices they make for the family.
Yeah.
You think you making all the sacrifice, but they be going through stuff to save you and the whole family unit. Because the kids, they wanted a family unit just as bad as you. Now, except my little crazy kids. Now on my block, I was the only one that had a daddy with me.
Oh man.
And so my daughter came in and was like, Mom, can daddy move? I said, no, y'all need your daddy. She said, none of my friends have one.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So what's not okay?
Because they was mean.
They got used to like something being normal that shouldn't have been normal. See, yeah.
Them crazy. They were like, can he leave? Daddy's mean. I said, well, you need your daddy. She said, nuh-uh, Mama. None of the rest of my friends got a daddy.
Yeah.
And they thought that was normal.
Right, exactly.
My God.
That is too funny. She probably was looking serious too when she said
she was serious. Tell daddy to go. She said, because I've had it up to here with him.
Oh man, she's trying to get rid of her daddy.
So Lanisha said she grew up in foster care. She was raped and molested by 2 grown men. Listen, Ms. McAfee, we hope that tonight's show is, a source of healing for you. We hope that, if you haven't already taken that path to healing, that you'll take it. Use all the resources, but we pray that you are healed or on your healing journey.
And you are beautiful, and what they did to you is no reflection on you at all. It's none on you. They preyed on you. They was predators. They was ugly spirited. But don't let that spirit that they had kill you.
Yes.
You shall live and you shall not die.
Yes.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes, indeed. Because y'all, we want this is a very touchy subject. So we pray and hope that everybody that's chiming in, if you have ever had any of these things happen to you, or if you know of anybody, listen, we want this to be a source of healing. We want it to be informational. We want it to be educational, because this is what we're here to do.
Absolutely.
So I have a comment. One of my friends, Barbara King, she said, are there warning signs to detect predators? And Barbara, it is warning signs. You have like behavior changes, physical signs, avoidance. Like if you don't want to be around a certain person, if they're telling you I don't want to be around this person, it's for a reason.
Then you got some predators coming your presence around your children. They pick the child they want, and they just too picky. Want to take her by herself and not the rest. Or playing that type of game.
That's to tell you something
and
right
stuff like
there.
That.
Yeah.
And just having a set protocol, do's and don'ts when it comes down to neighbors. Don't touch my child. Don't tickle my child. My child can't sit in your lap. These are no-nos. So you already instilling on the child. And when you walk in the room and you see, she already know not to sit on Mr. Junior lap or do this and do that. The rules are already set in place. And then you confront him and tell him, why did you do it? Why are you doing it? And don't do that to my child. Don't touch my child.
Yeah.
Don't, and you have to they have to see that you're assertive and you are concerned, and that there is it's something that's gonna affect is gonna happen.
Yeah, just
if that happens.
Yeah, just let it be known. As an adult, don't play with my kids.
Yeah.
Adults should not be playing with kids unless it's your own. If it's your own child, that's cool.
Yeah.
But still, then you gotta keep an eye on that sometimes.
Yeah. And then too, here's the thing. So being that you would have already had that conversation, like, hey, you don't sit in no man's lap, you don't sit in Mr. So-and-so or Miss So-and-so lap. And so
but they're like, why? Why, mama? He just want to play horsey. No.
But here's the thing. So if you've already had that conversation with them, and so they get to the location where that person is, and so they know not to go to that person. But if that person comes to that child and that child is naturally being resistant, and then that person is still trying to pull that child, I'm like, no. They said no. Get your hands off of them.
Yeah.
They don't want to go to you. Like, I would lose my mind, even if it's not my child. If
people don't want to be mean. They feel like, I don't want you to, but you have to.
Yeah.
You got to, and then the number one thing is a gut feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can look at somebody.
That gut. Remember we talked about that the week before last.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sometimes the way people looking at your child, you can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell they got this little thing for them, or admiration. They can't just leave them alone.
I'm so glad that
Or they always trying to get them in trouble.
Yeah. I am glad that Marlon, he doesn't ask to go to nobody's house. He don't ask if some of his friends can come over to our house. He's never done. I was wondering why, but I guess it's good that he hasn't.
Then you got those predators that try to get them in trouble all the time, saying they bad, and then the child try to do anything to appease them to keep them from getting them in trouble all the time.
I would absolutely, like, I don't have children, but I get told that I have, like, well, I'm a woman, so I do have natural motherly instincts, even though I don't have children, but I love children. And I would lose my mind if this was to ever happen in my presence. If I see a child trying to pull away and you still trying to pull the child, I will act like that's my child. I'll be like, no, leave that child alone. Like, don't you, if that child don't want to go to you, you leave that child alone.
Yeah.
I will lose my mind. If I would lose my mind, if I ever see that. That child don't want to go to you for a reason, or it could be that they don't want to be bothered. But it's not on you to force that child to play with you, or force that child to come to you. Like, you let that child be. And baby, I will lose my mind, because I can't stand like helpless children. Feeling like they're helpless and they can't fend for themselves. Yeah, baby, I would act like I'm that baby's mama. You better unleash the child.
We got some comments, I think.
Who else? Also, okay, so Shonda Washington says, everyone, it is okay to get help from an experienced counselor. Yes. Yeah. And also, if you are close to your child and they pull away from you, counseling is so important.
Like, even if it's family.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of things. People are like, that's your uncle, girl. That's your, no. If they get of a child, they have intuition. And they know when something is good and when something is bad in them. So just respect that. Respect them as human, living people. Kids are not. I don't know what y'all think kids are. Because when you just think about when you was a kid, don't you remember everything happened to you?
Yeah.
Every time you fail,
exactly.
Kids are able to.
They remember, and your children gonna remember too. Don't you remember when you was telling the truth and your mama said you were lying? Mm-hmm. Don't you remember for catching a whooping and you didn't do it and you really was? Don't you remember when mama was acting funny? Kids know all of that. They just don't know how to convey it, but they feel it and they know it, and they hold it right in their little chests of memories. Yeah. And that what affects them in their life. Yes. So we want to grow healthy, strong children. Let's let them have great childhoods. It ain't their job to be adults and worry about us. We supposed to worry about them. And so with all that said, y'all, I want to talk about P. Diddy and his entourage before we go, y'all.
What entourage?
Now listen, y'all, before we go now, P. Diddy, they say he was molested and had a sex traffic going on up
at 3 a.m. had busloads stopping by his house, according to his neighbor. I saw on TMZ busloads of underage young ladies.
But I'm talking about how much sex can you have? How can one little P. Diddy have sex with a busload of women?
Man, P. Diddy, he ain't into women.
Oh yeah,
that's the modern day R. Kelly right there.
Take that. They said that when P. Diddy go to jail, he gonna make a band with R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Make
that's
it a band.
Day R. Kelly, because R. Kelly did the same thing. R. Kelly did the same thing back in the 90s with girls, but like you say, Vashawn, P. Diddy don't want no women.
Yeah, he don't like women no more.
He the modern day, like, come on, like, what's wrong with these people?
I don't know. I've heard that allegedly that he like men or
everything
whatever.
Is allegedly,
but it's clearly he like women too because he got children.
Yeah.
And he's been with a lot of influential women. But my thing is this. Sometimes I get kind of scared because it seems like when a black person gets to a certain height, then they go to assassinate their character and bring them all the way down.
Yeah,
it's like they can only get so high. So I say, who could be next? It can't be nobody but Jay-Z. And I'm not calling that on you, but golly, it's like when y'all get to the heights to where y'all up there with the money, they coming for you.
They coming, yeah.
And and God forbid if this is just a smear campaign because of having a pissing contest with somebody else rich, and that's what they're saying too. If this is what this is too,
like you said, the higher up you go, and again, hey. This is this epic, so we keep it real. So here's the thing. So I don't know if y'all have heard or believe in Illuminati, but evidently I don't know if these people that's going through these type of scandals, if they are not complying with something, and so because they're not complying, they're like being put in like in this like negative little limelight or whatnot. It could be that these people could very well be innocent, and maybe he's not complying with these higher ups, and now they want to just start putting all this trash on them because that's why
they getting outside of their lane like Bill Cosby. Now, like these women, 30 years old, they probably was on junkies and themselves back in the day at the Playboy Mansion. You got raped at the Playboy Mansion. What you there for? I won for church choir,
right?
And why Hugh Hefner never went to jail?
I know, man, for real.
He died a legend. It's his house, but it's his house. So you don't know what's going on in your house?
Right.
He had cameras.
As much money as you got, I know you got cameras.
You was in the prostitution game.
Yeah.
He died a legend. Because I guess he stayed in his lane. But as soon as Bill Cosby tried to buy that television show, network, boom. And just think about him. I mean, and I don't like that. I'm not saying that but all of them do it. Don't just point at the black ones.
Yeah.
They still got these other upper echelons that ain't no charges been brought against.
Yeah.
Well, you know, some charges have been brought against like Harvey Weinstein, but they don't publicize none of them.
Exactly.
They only publicize the black people, which is crazy.
And the woman that was involved with all that, you know, you kind of like, is she telling the truth or is not? You kind of iffy. But this, like I said, it'd be a smear campaign on you. And once and you know who owns the media, so it's so easy to put a bad rap on somebody. And so it's just so hard to believe, but with discernment, but my thing of it is I go back to the word and birds say that for everything you do, God's gonna bring you to an open shame. So one day, I don't care how big and bad you think you are and how in the dark you think you are, God's gonna bring you to an open shame. When they say open shame, what open mean? Open in front of everybody.
Everybody
so your day just have come. So when you do that deal with the devil and you doing everything you think you big and bad to do, when when God give you a reprobated mind to where you don't even have a conscience no more. Oh, you come into open shame. And guess what? Where your entourage at now? All the one that were popping bottles with you at the house every weekend.
Come on.
It was hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Everybody been did it out.
Nobody know.
Ain't nobody saying nothing.
That's a prime example. They don't want to rock with you when you're doing bad. They only want to rock with you when you're doing good. But now that the negative limelight is on you, where your entourage at, man?
What do people know about your character? Everybody talking about, well, he did try to feel on me. Why would you even hang with somebody?
He hugged me from behind.
Why you trying to make you look bad? You making yourself look bad too.
I seen Diddy, and he had his drawers on backwards.
Oh man,
that ain't even.
Oh, he had a wild night that night.
That ain't nothing I want to admit seeing because to me that's weird for him to have seen that. So
I'm just making it up, y'all. How about the drawers been on backwards?
But wait, so we okay.
Oh man, you better pay attention.
But R. Kelly's sister started molesting him at 3. So that brings us back. You know what I'm saying? Like childhood trauma carrying on over.
Yeah.
For you to, you know.
I knew it.
I
knew it.
You know, and P. Diddy had some issues too.
Yeah.
He looked like it. P. Diddy, I'm not trying to talk about it, but about 10 more hours in his mama's stomach, he would have been full retarded. He looked like he right there on the threshold.
Not 10 more hours.
And I ain't gonna say retarded. You know, what is it? With Down syndrome. I don't know. He right there. You know, but a lot of time when people be slow, they can be smart in the other ways.
They're gifted in other ways.
Yeah, but that boy slow. Yeah. This is even the way he danced. I said, boy, that boy, the lights on, but everybody ain't on.
Elevator don't go all the way up.
But Diddy, right now everybody trying to just do a smack. I don't know. I don't like
these
to judge
allegedly.
But in the line, but right now Diddy in Florida dancing with his friends, still doing all crazy dance.
Yeah.
To the side, he out with his kids. But baby, let me tell you something. When they went to Diddy's house, Diddy was gone, baby. He had on his private plane. He left his kids and everybody.
Boy, the luxury of having
he did that get out run.
Right? Yeah.
The luxury of having a private plane.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Yes, we're good. But if it is, I pray that the truth will be revealed on all areas.
My dad just chimed in. He said, "Hello, beautiful ladies."
Hello.
What's going on, Pops?
What up,
Thank you for chiming in every single Monday. We appreciate y'all. Thank all of y'all for chiming in. We love y'all. We could not have this good intellectual conversation without y'all's input. We totally appreciate the love and support. We love y'all.
And please go vote.
Vote for us in Houston.
Yes.
For the
BEA Awards.
Exactly.
Yes.
We're going to have stuff on in all of our pages. And also, y'all can come back and look at the comments on all of these platforms. And we're going to put the way where you can, the link. And to be able to contact so you can vote for us. Don't y'all want us to win?
Yes.
All we do is win, no matter what.
You're gonna vote under 2 categories. It's gonna be for top talk show and for top media outlet. So we're nominated in 2 categories for the Black Excellence Awards.
Okay.
Top media outlet and top talk show.
Oh, thank you, Amber. She already voted.
And thanks, Amber. And while y'all at it, while y'all on there, go to top actor and vote for this guy named Vashawn Owens.
Also known as delegation.
And I just found out today that I was nominated for top producer and things of that sort. So y'all can nominate both of me as well, Tiffany Joseph.
All right.
So at the end of the day, y'all, we love all y'all. Go vote for us. Y'all keep that family. Keep your eyes on your children. And smile while you still got teeth. See y'all next Monday.
Love y'all. Bye.
Peace.